Good day and welcome to tonight's edition of Sunday Politics, a political program for the benefit of you, the Nigerian citizen. A program for Nigerians to have their say on all political matters. My name is Suleiman. Tonight, we discuss the abduction of female students across northern states. A raft of abductions of female students has hit a number of states in the northern region. On the 29th September, 24 female students of Federal University Gusau were abducted by bandits in Zamfara State. Barely 3 weeks later, on 5th October, 5 female students of Federal University Dutsemma were also abducted in Katsina State, again by bandits. Earlier in April and in June this year, female students of the same Federal University Gusau were also abducted. This issue has been going on for quite long. In the past 2 years or so, abductions from schools were mainly those of school children in primary or secondary schools. Now things appear to have escalated to university students. Also, there has been a focus on female students in the recent wave of abductions. So tonight we ask, what is going on? Where are bandits taking our girls and where are they taking them to? Most importantly, we ask, what does all of this mean for the political and economic fortunes of northern Nigeria? Joining me in the studio tonight is a person who needs no introduction on national affairs. Professor Usman Yusuf is a professor of hematology, oncology, and bone marrow transplant. He's also one of the most well-informed and involved person on matters of security in northern Nigeria. Welcome to Sunday Politics, Prof.
Thank you very much, Suleiman, for having me.
But before we go on, we have a brief video. We'll come back. When we take that, we'll be right back with you and Prof in the studio. Stay with us.
Bandits have been disturbing us in this our area. This has forced me and my family to leave our hometown to this place. And we've been here for almost 2 years. All my children are here. I have 4 kids, and we all live together. The story we hear from home are not pleasant at all because bandits invade our towns, kidnap people and take them to the bush and then request for ransom. We no longer rear animals because bandits have packed them all and taken them to the bush.
While some residents welcome the idea of dialoguing with bandits, others support applying kinetic approach to end the menace. They are of the opinion that several negotiations have been carried out by previous administration in the state, but did not yield positive results, hence the need to face the bandits squarely through the use of maximum force.
We're calling on the government to fulfill the promises he made to the youths during his campaign. He said he was going to help people and fight against poverty, and up till now, we haven't seen anything. Today we are refugees. Government has set aside money to fight banditry, and it doesn't seem to be working. They should use this money and help us refugees. It is lack of employment that is making youths engage in these illegal activities. We are calling on the government to come to our aid, create job opportunities, and also give us capital to start businesses, so we will not beg. If negotiating with the bandits will bring peace, then so be it.
Activities of bandits became so pronounced in Zamfara State in the recent times, with a series of abductions and attacks on many communities in the rural areas across the states. Hundreds of innocent citizens have deserted their respective towns and villages for fear of attack by the bandits. The residents expect a genuine collaboration between the two governments to restore peace in the state, to enable them go about their daily activities without apprehension.
As for me, negotiating with bandits is not the right thing to do. They have done it not once, not twice, and still yet nothing to show for it. Even after the negotiation, they killed my in-laws. So for me, negotiating is not necessary. I'm calling on the government to fight these bandits. You will be in your house and bandits will come and kill you. May God continue to help our governor.
Reports have it that the rift between the two governments is affecting only the masses that are being attacked and displaced by the dreaded bandits almost on daily.
Welcome back. That was a short video there, which gives background to the issues of banditry in the northern region. But Prof, some people would say that in the past 2-3 months, since the beginning of this new government, there have been some kind of spike in these attacks, like a return to where we were since the end of the last administration. So what's happening? What's responsible for this rise in these cases in recent months all over again?
Right, and I'll start by thanking Daily Trust and Trust TV for keeping this on the news and not letting it drop off, because this is very important, especially now with all this political brouhaha about things that are not related to human beings. So I congratulate you all, and please continue doing this good work. And if I tell you there's one reason, I'll be lying. And I've always said, I've appeared in different fora about this issue. It really pains me, really painful for anyone who lives in this part of the world, anyone who has lived as long as we have, anyone who has benefited from Nigeria as much as we have, anyone who is a parent, see the North as it is today. Our children, female children, been taken into the forest by people who have lived together with for generations. Here we are today, that governments cannot protect our children. The primary responsibility of government is to protect its people and its welfare. And I've been screaming this at the top of my voice for the past how many years, throughout the period of President Muhammadu Buhari. Previously, and I recently heard the governor of Katsina saying to security agents that 22 local governments out of 34, that is over 60%, of the local governments in Katsina are in danger, are under siege by these bandits. So it's an exponential increase. And when a new government comes, they want to do it all over again. There are no two governors in northern Nigeria that are talking together to address our issues. Be it security, be it economy, be it education, be it illiteracy, be it drugs. Everybody is doing his own. There are no two emirs or clerics working together to address these issues. So if we do not work together, banditry, I've said again and again, was a social problem that was allowed to degenerate into this criminality you see. You allow things to go this way, this is the mess you see. There is a role for the military, but there's not going to be a military solution. I've said it again and again, and we must. We must all work together.
Are we not entering a whole new territory together? Because we're talking about females here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for bandits to go into hostels, pick up not just anybody, not random victims, but particularly female students, and take them to practically nowhere.
Yeah, that is what
does that represent?
That is what makes
it, a measure of insecurity.
That is what makes it
in the states of northern Nigeria.
That is what makes it all the more painful. If a parent cannot protect his family, his children, especially his daughters and his female members of his household, that father always feels he's not a father. You send your children to school, to learn, to be protected by government like we were. Our parents felt safe to send us to boarding schools because government would protect them, because society was safe then. Now, those that can afford to send their children to school, they cannot be protected.